All right, today is going to be our last lesson with using tape diagrams to solve problems with ratios. All right, so let's do two more examples today. So our first example, the problem is the ratio of ages in years of two teachers is 8 to 9. The sum of their ages is 51. What is the age of each teacher? All right, so let's see. I have two teachers. Okay, I'm going to call them teacher A and teacher B. Okay, so I'm going to draw out my tape diagram. So I have teacher A and teacher B. All right, the ratio of their ages is 8 to 9. So for every 8 years, one is, the other one is 9. Okay, so that means I need to draw 8 parts for teacher A and 9 parts for teacher B. So get out your paper and pencil, pause the video if you need to. We're going to go ahead and we're going to do this together. So I want you to write out teacher A and teacher B, and then we're going to draw 8 parts for teacher A and 9 parts for teacher B. So pause the video while you go ahead and get that drawn, and then replay when you're ready. All right, so here I am drawing out my 8 parts. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 8 here for teacher A. That's the first part of my ratio, and I'm going to draw 9 parts for teacher B. 8 and then 9. Okay, so teacher B is a little bit older than teacher A. Okay, the next part says the sum of their ages is 51. The sum of their ages is 51. That means when I add them together, I add the two ages together, it's going to give me 51. So that's 51 total. Okay, 51 total years that they are old. Okay, 51 total years. So let's see, if I have 8 here and I have 9 here, altogether, that's how many pieces? Altogether, 8 plus 9 equals 17. So altogether, I have 17 parts. All right, so altogether, I have 17 parts. So what I'm going to do is remember what we were doing before. We're going to divide the total by the amount of parts that we have. So I'm going to have to do 51 divided by 7 to find out how much each part is worth. Okay, I'm going to find out how much each part is worth by doing 51 divided by 7. All right, or 17. I'm sorry, I misspoke. 51 divided by 17. Okay, so when we do that, 51 divided by 17, that gives me 3. Okay, so each of these boxes is now going to get 3. So I want you to go ahead and write 3 in each of your parts of your tape diagram. All right, so remember teacher A had 8 boxes, so I have 8 groups of 3, and teacher B had 9 boxes, so that's 9 groups of 3. All right, so now I can find out what the age of each teacher is by doing that multiplication problem. Okay, so teacher A is 8. So teacher A is 8 times 3, which is 24. So teacher A is 24 years old. And teacher B, 9 times 3 is 27 years old. All right, 24 years old and 27 years old is how old teacher A and teacher B are. And I can double check my answer to see, well, is 24 plus 27, does that equal 51? Yes, it does. Okay, let's do one more example together. Okay, here's our next problem. And again, take out your paper and pencil and do this problem along with me. Pause the video when you need to. There are 84 books on a bookshelf. The ratio of paperbacks to hardcover books is 9 to 5. So here's the two things I'm comparing, paperbacks and hardcover books. All right, the ratio is 9 to 5. How many paperbacks and how many hardcover books are there? Okay, so let's draw this out with our tape diagram. I have the two things I'm comparing are my paperbacks and my hardcover. So those are the two things I'm going to draw out here. So take a second to write paperback and hardcover. The ratio is 9 to 5. So for every 9 paperback books I have 5 hardcover books. So I'm going to draw 9 pieces, 9 parts of my tape diagram for my paperbacks. So take a second to draw this yourself. You need to pause the video. Go ahead and pause the video while I'm drawing. 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I've got 9 pieces here, and the hardcover is going to get 5 pieces. 5. All right. So here's my ratio of 9 to 5. For every 9 books, for every 9 paperbacks, I have 5 hardcovers. Now the problem says there's 84 books altogether on the bookshelf. There's 84 books. So altogether, my total is 84. I have 84 books all together. Okay, but I want to figure out, well, how many paperbacks are there and how many hardcovers are there? The ratio is 9 to 5. So let's see. I'm going to have to add my 9 groups of paperbacks to my 5 groups of hardcover. So 9 plus 5 equals 14. So I have 14 parts. I'm going to divide my total, 84, and I'm going to divide it by the parts, 14. 84 divided by 14. Again, you can use your calculator for that problem. Okay, when you do 84 divided by 14, oops, you should get 6. So each of these parts, each of these groups is going to have 6 books in it. So I'm going to put a 6 in each one. Now I can figure out, well, how many paperbacks there are and how many hardcover books there are. Up here I have 9 groups of 6. That's 9 times 6. Down here I have 5 groups of 6. So that's 5 times 6. 9 times 6 is 54. And 5 times 6 is 30. So that means I have 54 paperbacks and I have 30 hardcover books. And I can double check because 54 plus 30 equals 84. So I know I have the right amount. Okay, you're going to do a few more problems like this today.